When I started my fitness journey, I weighed 130 pounds at 6 feet. I was extremely underweight and I thought it just had something to do with my really high metabolism. In this video, I'm going to break down how I got over this, shifted my mindset, and proceeded to add 50 pounds in 6 years and get into the best shape of my life. I will provide a 4-pillar framework for you to follow, so stay tuned so that you can achieve the same results. And I'm still using this framework to this day and still seeing progress. Let me preface this video by first explaining who I am and why I'm even qualified to teach and even make a video about this stuff. My name is Jared and I graduated college with a degree in exercise physiology, and I've used everything I've learned within my major as well as everything I've learned from adding 50 pounds to coach and help others do the exact same thing. I also have an online community with hundreds of people inside, and you can take everything I teach within that community and do it yourself, or if you're in a hurry, you can work with me one-on-one and I can build you a personalized program with maximum accountability. Now that that's out of the way, what is this framework that I mentioned earlier? I call it the 4 pillars of vitality. And it's important because without all 4 pillars, you're not going to grow muscle and see the most optimal results. The first pillar we're going to talk about is mindset. When it comes to making a change, mindset is everything. If you don't believe it can be done, you're not going to take steps to then begin to see those results. Mindset is the first step into achieving the body of your dreams, because without the right mindset and without the right goals, then why would you even make steps towards achieving the body of your dreams? Why would you make progress towards something that you didn't believe could even happen? You first have to believe you can do it before you make a change. You need to break through those bogus beliefs that you have a high or a slow metabolism and that's why you can't make the weight change you want to see, or that you have to follow some strict fad diet to actually lose weight and absolutely obliterate your motivation every single day with a super strict low carb, low fat diet. I don't believe in that. I don't prescribe that. Weight loss, health, and fitness are not black and white scenarios. There's a lot of gray area and you can do a lot within that gray area. For instance, the guy that lost 59 pounds in 100 days by only eating at McDonald's. How is this possible? Well, he stayed in a calorie deficit. That is all that matters. If your mindset around diet and exercise is negative, then that's something we need to attack first. Dieting is as easy as substituting a few ingredients for some lower calorie ones. It's as simple as stopping at 1 serving of something versus when you're full. And it's as straightforward as just tracking your calories every single day. You will be shocked at just how simple and easy you can make it and how fast the results will come. Exercise can be as easy as devoting 3 hours per week to a routine that fits within your schedule. No matter how busy you think you are, I assure you can find 3 hours within your week, which is another mindset shift. Exercise does not have to be a serious time commitment, but it is probably the best investment you can make into almost every aspect of your life. It's these small mindset shifts that you need to change your perception so that you can actually make that first step. You are Neo from the Matrix, and I am red pilling you right now. I'm opening your mind to the world of fitness and health and how easy it is to fit within your schedule. No fancy diets, no fancy programs, just strategies that actually work. If you currently hate the way you look and feel, in 6 months, you will be drastically different. You won't even recognize yourself in the mirror. You will be 6 months along in your journey, 20 pounds of fat gone, 10 pounds of muscle gained. Millions of people have already done it. Why can't you? And those are just a few mindset shifts that I hammer into my clients so that they can actually make the change and stick to it. The next pillar is nutrition. We already talked about how it can just be a few simple changes, but let's dive a little bit deeper. There are very few people in this world who actually know how many calories they need per day, and even fewer that can be accurate with their estimates. We first need to bring awareness to this. When I'm coaching a client, the first thing I do is just tell them to begin tracking their calories. Because when you become more mindful about something, that gets better. For many people, this can be a painful realization because they didn't know that Chick-fil-A packets add up quick. After awareness, then we focus on those small changes that can help build a sustainable calorie deficit or just maintenance. Like I mentioned previously, it's as simple as substituting lower calorie ingredients for those higher ones. For example, switching mayo for low-fat mayo, switching cheese for low-fat cheese, cooking spray for olive oil, whole milk for skim milk, soda for diet soda, and the list goes on. Next, we will calculate how many calories you actually need to maintain your weight. You can find that with this equation. Feel free to pause the video and calculate yours now. If you want to lose fat, you'll need to be in a calorie deficit. For slow fat loss, you want to subtract 250 calories from your daily maintenance. For a little bit faster, or a pound a week, you'll subtract 500 calories per day from your maintenance calories. If you have a lot of excess fat and want to lose 2 pounds per week, then you'll need to subtract 1,000 calories from your maintenance calories. To gain weight or muscle, you'll need to be in a calorie surplus. I recommend a slower approach to prioritize muscle and limit the amount of fat you gain. So I typically recommend 250 calories on top of your maintenance. This will ensure slow weight gain so that you prioritize muscle building when done with a strength program. Other than calories, the only thing I worry about with nutrition is protein. And I go by the commonly touted 1 gram per pound of body weight per day. So for a 170-pound person, they would need to consume 170 grams of protein. Other than that, it's just calories. So 170 grams of protein and whatever your calories that matches your goals are. The third pillar is exercise, and this will be heavily dependent on your goals. If you're wanting to build muscle, you'll need to follow a hypertrophy program, which will typically be higher volume and more reps and will look something like this. If you're wanting to build strength, you'll need to follow a strength program, which will typically be lower volume and lower reps, but higher weight, and that'll look like this. When trying to lose fat, we will want to maintain as much muscle as we can when dropping fat. So I typically try to do both rep ranges, so low reps and high reps within your sets, and that can look something like this. You can also incorporate cardio very easily into your routine if you so desire. I typically recommend doing cardio on your off days, but if you want to or need to do it on the same day, try to separate it by a few hours. If you can't, do whatever you care most about first. So if you care most about running, do that before you lift weights, and vice versa. The fourth pillar is optimization. And this will include things like sleep, hydration, recovery, supplements, and much more. Basically, it's the small things that can get you anywhere from 5 to 20% more results and help you feel more rested and energized. For supplements, I believe everybody should be taking creatine, not just for the physical and exercise benefits, but also for the cognitive benefits. You should also consider protein powder, fish oils, multivitamins, and anything else you can't easily get from your diet and may be lacking in. For sleep, you should be getting 7 to 9 hours every single night with a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. For hydration, you need to be drinking at least 8 cups of water per day, and if you live in a hot environment or work out a lot, double this and don't neglect electrolytes. You should also be properly timing your meals so that you have a good workout and don't run out of energy halfway through. Try to prioritize quick carbs before and protein after. Doing these things will ensure that you aren't leaving any results on the table and will lead to optimal muscle gains and fat loss. As I mentioned previously in this video, I have learned and applied all 4 of these pillars into my routine, and it has radically changed my physique and my life. I am stronger, healthier, and happier, and you can be too. If you want to learn more, book a call with me below if you haven't already, and we can talk about how we can implement these 4 pillars into your life. Thanks for watching.